Alrighty. Another day, another against the storm, is how it is. Hi, me, Chris. Yeah, still trying to do the Queen's Hand trial thing. Starting to get worried about time. I do have to make it all the way to the seal, and as much stuff as I've collected from these early settlements, it may be time that I need to head off, so to speak. 55 years till the next blight storm. That should give me like, 6 or 7 settlements thereabouts. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be tight. Anyway, going to the Coral Forest. It's a fun map. Fuel issues can happen, but hopefully we can mitigate that. Starting with 13 people sounds real nice to me, because that will mean a massive amount of starting stuff. I am kind of tempted to go the humans here just because, like, the tools are really handy to have at first, but 10 isn't enough, and I don't have the lizard ability, so, like, I may as well just get all of the people. And that's it. We'll go on Viceroy. Still don't want to, like... Problem is, if I go up to Prestige 1, the game just takes longer. More reputations required, the orders are harder, everything just takes way longer. And like, I need every single one of my settlements to go as fast as possible. I just need a lot of settlements. So I have to keep the difficulty low for that. On the other hand, I do want meta resources, so I don't want to, like, absolutely trash it. So I'm probably just gonna go on Viceroy, maybe Veteran. I don't know how much it really slows me down between Viceroy and Veteran. The game, it's random. You can't really predict it that much. But I'm just gonna go on Viceroy. All the hostility is where it usually is, and it's semi-rough, but we'll be fine. Mines produce more goods during the drizzle season. That's kind of neat. People without housing get upset. Gotta make sure that happens. No contact. That's especially important on a game where I start with a big ol' heaping load of impatience. Downpour makes people eat more, and devastating storms is game over. With an extra -20 resolve, everybody just starts leaving. So, the key to this game is don't hit hostility 6, the end. Brickyard seems great. Crystallized dew for fox houses, 3-star bricks, can't get better than that. Pottery could help. There's not a lot of clay on this map, if any, so probably not going to use the pottery that much, but the crystallized dew and the bricks are great. So we picked that. Ranch is pretty good. You can always feed them reeds and vegetables, and there's plenty on the map. Pickled goods are the order of the day, so meat and leather can turn into water skins. That makes sustainable. This whole thing the ranch just makes sustainable pickled goods. The end. And then we have this. Stamping mill's kind of bad on this map. It's actually really bad on this map. There's no clay, there's no copper. I mean, there's some copper and some clay, but it's very little. It's not really enough to think, oh boy, copper bar production, that'll really help. There's not enough clay to speak of to make pottery at any sustainable level. Tea house is okay. It only kind of helps the foxes. It does unlock water skins, which can be important. Definitely not ideal. There's something to be said about the manufactory, but I guess the tea house is fine. It gives us porridge for the foxes. We can get them happier earlier. And unlocking water skins is important. It's It's not the strongest start, but it's a start, so we'll go with it. Slap down some woodcutter camps. I assume we've got a lizard on the hearth. Sure do. That will be fine. Definitely will need housing up quickly, so I might just bite the bullet and make some shelters right away. Like here, maybe? Seems fine. Let's get this area chopped out so we can get shelters built faster as well. And yeah, woodcutters camp's the top priority, and I guess I can unpause and like play the game. Whoa. We got plenty of lizards, so I think getting this meat node early is gonna be fine and dandy. And yeah, I'm basically just gonna sit here and hope I have a little bit of direction from the cornerstone and the orders. We'll see where we go with it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, the only thing we don't want to make in here is bricks for right now, so I'll just set it to use whatever we've got to make bricks and make planks with whatever we've got, although we don't have anything to make either of those out of at the moment. I guess for now, somebody can go on the warehouse. They can help empty out the woodcutter camps so they don't have to travel back and forth between the places they need to go. I do love food delivery lines on the year one. Makes you a lot more food secure and helps out through most of the game. It falls off as your population gets bigger, obviously, but like even then, it's just, you know, free stuff, and free stuff is good. Yeah. Route delivery line's great. That will help out a great deal. Huzzah. Okay. Have enough shelters for... Wait. 4 times 3 is 12, so we don't actually have enough for everybody with this little block, which I guess is fine. It's not the end of the world if we don't have everything delivered perfectly. Boop. Just pop an order open. Maybe we'll get lucky and get speedy real estate, because that's practically done already. Cyst cultivation's pretty easy to do, and it doubles purging fire. I don't know if we're gonna get into rain punk this game. Normally this is obviously we click this button because I'm playing on Prestige 6 and I automatically get 5 Blight Rot Cysts tier 3, so it just kind of happens by itself. Fill the engines is nice with the parts. Like, you know, these are all very nice rewards, certainly early. But I'd have to find a geyser, put down a rain collector, pipe up a building. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. I think I'll click 6 cultivation and just eventually get into rain punk. TikTok is not as good on this map as it might be on others. This is amazing on Scarlet Orchard, but on Coral Forest, not so much. Still, the wildfire essence is pretty precious. And I'm gonna do dangerous glades anyway. Doing trade routes and giving up a ton of food is not as easy as just popping glades and taking care of them, in my opinion. And the guild or amber trade, huh? That's a questionable one. I mean, like, this amber trade basically just means have a surplus of something and wait for a trader to arrive, which is pretty easier. Hey, Lox. Happy to have you. And the guild is a little trickier. I'm gonna need, like, beaver houses. Do I have beaver houses? That'll affect my decision a lot, actually. No, I've only unlocked lizard houses. So that makes beaver resolve a lot tougher to get. I might lead on amber trade then. It is it does like mean I need a lot of extra stuff and money, but surely I can get some of that somewhere, right? Plus 2 people, the wildfire essence, those are both great. Pretty happy with that. Kind of low on parts from my orders, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful with how spendy I am with them. But for now, it's great, and thank you very much for the prayer locks. The extra chance to double production is always lovely. We have some wood in our woodcutter camps, not enough to really start plank production. Which I mean, I guess is fine. Like to make the brickyard released relatively soon. Guess we'll get 2 people on it. It's fine. I will want to pop into glades and hopefully find a geyser. Might lean on popping into dangerous ones primarily. That said, which way should I expand? This way feels pretty natural. Only minor problem is I'd have to like push this way, but I want to break this anyway because like it's in the way of my usual housing blocks, which absolutely should not affect my gameplay decision whatsoever, but it kind of does because I'm picky. Maybe I just go this way. Maybe it's just fine. Let's pop into the glade, see what's in there. Make room for another hearth like around here. Pop into these 2. Seems okay. It seems like an okay enough plan. What do we got in here? Ooh, extra people. Is that good? I do have a lot of people right now. But I mean, I could. Certainly not, like, illegal. Sure. Let's give up a little bit of our early food and welcome some people. And we've got 2 people gathering meat here. We'll have them gathering bugs pretty soon. We should be fine on food for a while. I don't think it's too dangerous to give up some of the early stuff. Which others would chip into, doesn't cost us a lot. I mean, like, I only see 1 viewer on my screen, so I don't know who's watching. I should favor the lizards for a bit. It's actually pretty good to get them at a higher than average resolve level before the storm hits, just because they can basically not have to worry about resolve during the storm at all. If they have enough to just very slowly lose resolve during it, it's a good idea in practice, and maybe I can milk a little reputation out of them because none of my none of my events right now are particularly easy to do year 1. So it would be helpful if I could get a little boost to that somewhere. Yeah. Once this is done, I'll drop a thing that my brain will eventually remember what the name of is. I'll drop a trading post. Thank you, brain. Took you long enough. I do want 1 builder. I want as many people shelters as I can before the storm hits. We're gonna have 15 people when this is done, and I will need... I mean, 5 times 3 is 15, so they just need all the shelters built. And that's that. I guess we're okay. I guess I have to just speed things up a bit. Alright, that vanishes. Let's put down the trading post real quick. See if we can't get some good stuff rolling. Another question is, when do I wish to open up the glades? Excellent question, me. Glad you asked that question, me. Late storm is pretty Shadowy Whispers mystery. Otherwise, it's suicide. That gives you enough time to get everything done in time. Yeah, seems okay. Looks like we're good on resolve across the board. That's good to see. Has a lot to do with impatience being extraordinarily high. But, like, really only worried about impatience if I don't get orders I can do very easily, / am playing on, like, prestige, what is it? 15 or something, where you only get half as much decrease in impatience when you get a reputation point. That could make things harder. But with any luck, we'll be okay. Got 2 foxes not doing anything, so I guess I'll throw them in the warehouse and have them make everything else more efficient. Sure would love the brickyard to be built at some point. I think we're getting there now. Looks like it. I want to put down the tea house at some point as well. I still haven't found a geyser anywhere, which is going to make things even slower than usual. But we'll figure something out, probably. Gonna move the trading post down just a little to give the woodcutters slightly faster access to the wood. And that's the storm done. I'm not a big fan of hunter-gatherers because I love fertile ground buildings, like, a lot. I think I'm gonna sit on this until I open the glade up. If I find some fertile ground, I'll probably just pick counterfeit amber and be like, hey, I like money. Let's just get a bunch of money and use a bunch of rainwater. There is some fertile ground, so I guess I'll stick to my word there. No geyser still, I should note. Ooh, there's a part that I could use. Seems okay to me. We also found a beaver house. Wow, with parts in it. Gosh. Gosh, that sure seems good enough to just salvage. Sure. I'll take some extra parts. Speaking of parts, we may have to spend 9 of them on this termite burrow. It'll be really, really good to get a constant supply of insects. Between that and the route delivery line, we should basically be good on food for a very long time. So that would be nice to handle. It is making it so we have very few parts, but, like, on the other hand, we've got the camps we need to collect what we need right now, so it's probably fine. We'll probably get enough parts later on to justify that. I think it's probably fine. Alright, I just need some foxes working on that. I only have 2. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna take you, Mr. Beaver, I'm gonna put you to work on that. And then the fox is gonna come over here and work on the termite nest. Be a lot cheaper to use pipes. Maybe by the time the fox is done here, the trader will have arrived and I'll consider the possibility of trading for pipes. But I doubt I'm going to be able to do that given that I need 10 amber just to, like, do an order. So I'm not going to count on it. I'm so used to the trader arriving immediately after the storm just because I'm so used to playing on difficulties where the storm lasts twice as long. How did impatience go that high in year 1? This world map modifier. The crown warned you not to settle near the giant spark dew crystals. Start with 6 impatience. So, like, yeah, that's why. It's a little bit spicy, but I'm not too worried on Viceroy level. I very rarely worry about impatience on this level. 10 pipes ain't gonna do it. I would need 30, and you don't sell metals, so I can't even make any. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think it's just unfortunate, and that's that. So I guess that has decided for me. We put foxes here. We use parts to tame the bugs. Call that one done. 3 minutes and 32 seconds should be plenty of time before things get dangerous. Hello. Very doable. This is like... Oh, it's cut through, not complete. Okay, that's a little less tempting then. But 10 parts is a ton. It certainly makes up for what I just spent. And the tools will also just, like, solve an event by themselves, usually. And, like, I've got a couple of small glades I could cut into, so yeah, Fetcher some Leecher seems totally doable. Let's pick it. Well, it's not doable with that one. Those are definitely mutually exclusive. I can't break into glades and also not cut trees for the next 5 minutes. That's not how that works. That's not how we do this. I guess it's aid for the Beaver Clan then. A little bit of global resolve for the, well, not global resolve, a little bit of beaver resolve, some parts. Extra beavers will be nice. Just need to make a ton of building materials. That will not be a small amount of materials, but it's fine. Okay, well, in that case, we pop into this one. Pop into that one. I'll probably want to pop into this one. I mean, like, I could do that now. Oh, that's playing kind of fast and loose, to be honest, but it's probably okay. Oh, hey, the brickyard finished. That's good. We can actually, like, make some bricks. I don't think we need any particularly much right now, but it'll definitely be nice to have later. Okay, and there's the one. What do we find in here? We found a pretty hefty amount of coal, actually. Not as good as this coal, so I'm probably gonna mine that for sure, if I am gonna mine anything. But we did find a drizzle geyser and some bugs, both of which I'm a big fan of. Yeah, we can start using some rain punk, get some blight rot cysts. Things will be much better. Let's use some bricks to get down some lizard housing as well. I think that'll be much good. And hopefully we pop into this glade and see if we need to buy a solution from Sahilda before she leaves. Where can I put a hearth up here? Like right there? It's actually really convenient. Doesn't even have the wormton nest. It's really good. Alright, and over here we found some reeds, found some more meat. That'll be really good until we get a fertile ground building. We also found a small cache. Boy, +1 to plank production is pretty potent. It might be worth breaking open just for that. I'll give it a think. I don't think we need it right now, but it is very tempting. Yeah. I guess this is fine right now. Yeah. Just, keep woodcutting. Break into our third glade. Alright, now where's my last glade gonna come from? Probably just this one. It's very safe. And this one, ooh, a herbalist camp. Sweet. We also found a totem of denial. I don't think Sahilda can get us any of these. I don't think she brings any luxury goods whatsoever. Yeah, she doesn't. We're not toast, though. We've got the tea house, and tea does work on this thing. It's the only thing we can build that works on this thing. We do have some crystallized dew just from starting the game. We've got roots to produce it. So, like, just to make 30 tea. Get the drizzle geyser up as fast as possible. Prioritize it. Yeah? It seems like the way to do it. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's the plan. And Sahilda does not help us very much at all. I would certainly love to buy the Foragers camp from her, and I do need to, like, sell stuff and get 10 amber. Let's focus on that for the moment. What do I have a generous surplus of? I only need 8 fabric to build the lizard houses. We've got a ton of stone resources, so I'm pretty comfortable zeroing that out. We have a route delivery line I'm, again, pretty comfortable zeroing out. Make up the difference with wood. Yeah, I guess. Alright. Still need to sell 4 values worth of stuff to her, though. I don't like spending the wood on the coral forest. You don't get much of it. The bricks are being used right now. Selling the early food is dangerous. I do have extra wildfire essence. Like, I'm gonna get, like, 4 more. And, like, I need 2 I need 1 to upgrade the... I need 1 to upgrade a geyser, 2 to make a hearth. Then I'll get... So I only really need 3. If I get 4 of them in this one, I don't really need this many. I don't like it, though. I definitely hate trading wildfire essence. But it's probably safer than trading food in terms of, like, winning or losing. And then we get amber trade, which, you know, immediately gives us 2, so that's pretty nice. Lowers impatience a little, and now we'll open up a new thingy. Huh. Interesting. Like, opening up pickled goods is quite potent, but I think the workshop is the play here. 2-star planks and 2-star fabric is going to be really helpful for the entire game. Sure will be. There have been games where I've stalled out because my base material production is absolutely trash. Save us a lot of wood in making all the planks we need to. The beanery is very tempting for the pickled goods, but there are better places to make pickled goods in, and I think I want to hodl for that, especially when something as good as the workshop presents itself. So now we only want 4 of these before we stop, and we make the workshop absolutely the top priority to build. Still not going to build any bricks in here because it's better made in the brickyard, but that's a big help. Big help I'm pretty happy with. Alright, you're delivering pipes. You're making planks. That should be enough for a bit. I could definitely use somebody in the warehouse again just to make things a lot more efficient. So I'll do that. The end. You're bringing in the parts, which is excellent. Trapper's camp has run out of meat. It's fine. There's plenty more meat around. Yeah, once the drizzle geyser gets built, we'll start producing tea, take care of the totem of denial. It's is a very, very bad one to let go off, so I do need to make that top priority. Also, I've apparently completely forgotten about Venturesome Leader being done. How awkward. How awkward of me to forget that. Well, let's move you both down here then. And pop into this glade real quick. I think 4.5 minutes is plenty, enough time to chop, what is it, 4 trees? 3? I think it's 3 trees. Surely there's time for that. Oh, I think it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It's 4. Being built. This is a brick short. Oh no. Okay. Get somebody making bricks, I guess. That sucks. No wonder that was going so slowly. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully this gets done quickly. Basically just gonna have to fill out the tea house as much as I possibly can. I also need to keep people from eating the roots, because I'm definitely going to need a small stockpile of them to make this work out. Alright, Venturesome Leader's done. Reputation, 10 parts, 15 tools, incredibly good. Small farm might be the best thing I can get. We have a ranch already, so we just make a ton of grain, feed it to animals, turn it into eggs, some meat and leather, and that turns into infinity pickled goods, which is really strong. It's really, really strong. So let's do the strong thing. We'll put the farm over here. This is fine. Probably put one over here as well. It's nice and convenient, closer to the warehouse than anything else. Does that capture everything? It does. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good, excellent, excellent, excellent. I'll probably want to pop this cache just to get it out of the way. Maybe I do want the reinforced saw blades. Maybe I just break this open with rocks and call it a day. It's definitely a fine idea. Speaking of fine ideas, let's move the woodcutters again, get them clearing out space where I need them to. Which I guess is here. A little awkward, they have to go through their own building to get to the forest. It's probably fine though. Yeah, I can move over here, that'll be fine. Now I just kind of wait for things to be produced. Lizards are upset, but they'll be done. They'll be okay in the next 23 seconds. I think they can hold out until then. Unlike everyone else. Scouts are idle in this. Oh, I did put somebody on that. My bad. Go back on it and actually use it, because we now have the stone we need for it. All right, this got finished. Wonderful. Now we have an infinite supply of bugs. Delicious. We don't have any of this quite yet, but let's throw some foxes in there. Well, we'll throw all of our foxes in there. And they will make tea as soon as the buildings are built, which should be momentarily. Yeah, we have enough planks for that. I'm not entirely sure why they haven't been delivered. It might be that somebody is bringing the planks to it actively. and so it is in their inventory and not the place it needs to be. Okay, there it goes. You're going to take a break, aren't you? Yep. Fine. You two, we have the materials to make the workshop, so I don't want you making anything in here anymore. Hopefully the person in the warehouse will pick up those planks at some point, and we'll call that a day. Hey, Lux, there you are. You're a lizard. Alright. We got water. Let's pipe that up. And between the water and the roots, we should start making tea. If I'm super duper lucky, one of them will double their tea production, and I'll only need to wait for one production cycle before we have all we need. At least you're doing something. I appreciate it. Speaking of things that should be done that are not getting done, I should put down some comfort decorations so everybody's a little happier. Nice town board over here. Has this been emptied out yet? Nope. It's fine, whatever. Put that down there. We can, like, put some flower beds here too. Maybe the cook pot. It feels a little weird. It feels a little cramped to have the cook pot right behind the notice board, but I don't know. It's okay. Anyway, that should upgrade the hearth twice, which will be 2 global resolve and a bunch more production speed, which will be quite important. These two are making the tea. It's gonna be tight. That is for sure. You've run out of stone. That's fine. Just get you to collecting these ones. Got quite a few stone nodes we can exploit. Would certainly also love an upgraded trapper's camp, given that we have like 6 we have 6 giant meat nodes that we can't use. That would be nice. Okay. Unsurprisingly, hostility level 2 is a little bit spicy for us. So we'll just halt wood cutting for the most part. It's a good idea. Things need being built anyway. I'll put some beavers on the warehouse to make all the production buildings a little bit more efficient. And we should be fine. Just gotta keep an eye on the tea. If one of these guys times 2, we say thank you very much, RNGesus. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, he timed dude! Yes! Thank you very much, RNGesus. We appreciate that a lot. Everybody will be in a nice house pretty soon. The lizard houses are being built. Yep, there we go. Everyone's housed. We're not getting any problem from under an open sky. Lizards are still kind of freaking out a little bit, but it's probably fine. You are delivering. Are you gonna make tea? You're getting ingredients. No, you're not. What you're actually doing is you're gonna take that tea you just made and perform a ritual. Cleanse the totem. Alright. Now we no longer make tea in here. Though we certainly can make porridge in here. Make it out of whatever we've got. We only need like 10 sitting around because we don't have basically any foxes whatsoever. So I may not dedicate a lot of resources to building that right now. The time back and forth from the warehouse is gonna make this take a lot of time, maybe too much. But I think we'll get it in under the wire and it'll be okay. Um, Peasant Supplies lets me very easily start doing trade routes without having to dedicate supplies to it, which is very tempting. Lost in the Wilds is a way to get more people, but I'm really not hurting for it right now. I started with a bunch more than I usually do, and then I brought 2 more in. So it feels like that's definitely not the play. Amber could be nice just for that, but like, I don't know, Peasant Supplies is fine. It's just a nice, convenient thing to have. It's not strong, but it's just very convenient. And I'm okay with convenience. People, hello. More parts sounds great. Sure. I am definitely going to need to put a hearth up here very soon. I will want to cut all this out, which means I should probably move you up here, huh? Sure should. And also, I need to get woodcutters back to work yesterday. Excellent. Got an excess number of people not doing too much. You guys can go fix the herbalist camp. Saves me a couple of parts just rebuilding that one. I might end up needing the moss broccoli down here, so we may as well queue that up to be built. The ranch definitely needs to be built. That is kind of pivotal. Yeah. I also need to pipe something up and start using rainwater to get some blight rot cysts. It's tough call. You guys come up here, chop this particular tree down, make room for the new hearth, and then we'll help chop this basically entire section out. Yeah. Looks good. Who are the people that take more frequent breaks? The lizards and the harpies, I believe, take more frequent breaks, so they're not quite as good on farms, where it's important they stay at their workplace as long as possible. I mean, this isn't a bad trade. It's actually kind of good. I'll give it its due consideration. Put down another lizard house. Probably just gonna throw some beavers on this thing. Yep, start farming grain. We won't get a big harvest this year. Certainly not anything like super good until we get a hearth and a warehouse up here, and thus, you know, keep people from having to walk 5,000 miles just to get a lunch break and stow their goods. But it will give us something, and that's important. It's better we have something than nothing, generally. How much meat is there left on this one? Some. I kind of want to get these collected just because it's in the way of my road, and that annoys me. And that's the only reason. I guess we're capped on bricks for the moment, so you can go help build stuff. Yeah, seems fine. How are you guys doing? We are going to get this in just under the wire. This would not have flown on higher prestige difficulties, but it does on this one. Alright, we have another farm ready to go. We could get a little harvest from it, so it might be worthwhile getting that rolling. Yeah, I think we can sacrifice the warehouse worker to get the farm fields up faster, so we actually, you know, have something. Paths as well. We'll make that a priority. Should also make the decorations a priority, actually. Because we could use the hearth upgrade more than anything. Just like everything is a priority, guys. Just do everything immediately. You can do that, right? Of course you can. I believe in you or something. Just sell it, it's fine. Definitely want to chop over here to make a mine. The coal will be pretty important on this map. I don't have quite have the tools to open this cache, which is unfortunate, but life is not perfect. Though it should be. Alright. You guys got the farms plowed, that's excellent. Then I noticed that I put this on top of the plowed grounds, so never mind. We have more work to do over there. It's fine. The farmers are not going to fully saturate that with grain at any point, so I'm not that worried. This feels like a good place for a warehouse. I certainly have the parts for it after getting all those parts from orders and stuff. It would make things a lot more efficient up here, both with the grain and wood chopping. Hey, the herbalist camp is done. Can send it over here to get some herbs, which sure do exist. Not sure how critical they are, but they exist. Rations for the Citadel or Brotherhood. I mean, if I get the temple blueprint, I'll want it, so there's that. I do get free packs of provisions. Can make packs of crops semi-easily with grain. This is a lot harder to complete. Wards are kind of better, though. The oil would be nice, the flour would be nice. Quick deliveries is like also okay. I don't know. I don't like either of these. I'll just pick one, it's fine. If I get a kiln, I'll probably want that too. Profitable trade's fairly easy. The +1 to plank production is pretty great. We don't really need +1 to brick production. We've already got very efficient bricks. Probably then I'll just take the one that I have a high chance of actually completing. Yeah. Doing something that's worth 8 is seems a lot more doable than some other things, so that's fine. We'll just roll with that. Hey, hearth upgraded. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Should get TikTok done any moment now. Yeah. Eventually the makeshift post will build. We'll build some building materials. Gotta build the building materials. How many do I need again? 15? Jeez, that's a lot. That's a ton of planks, man. That's kind of crazy. I also really should get complex food rolling somewhere. I guess tea house. Get a fox on that. Where are my foxes? You're working on the totem. Yeah, that tracks perfectly. Never mind then. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. Alright, what's the ideal building we need at this point? The granary would be pretty sweet. Anything that makes pickle goods and water skins are good. Water skins can be made in here and relatively easily, but it's not particularly efficient in terms of materials used. Hello, Zorg. You've brought me a greenhouse. Is that, like, good? Sort of good. It's not bad. It's also very affordable, which I like. Yeah? Probably just want that. Can sell a bunch of bugs that we're getting for free. Maybe even a bunch of roots that we're getting for free. Yeah, okay. The herbs and the mushrooms will definitely come in handy. We can make Those can turn into like pies, it can help make skewers, it can help make pickle goods. Herbs can turn into incense and porridge. There's a lot of good stuff to say about that. And it doesn't take one of my precious queen blueprints, so that's even better. Probably put this on a low priority. I don't think we'll be making use of the greenhouse for a very long time. Stonecutter's camp is out of rocks. That's fine. Plenty over here. How we doing on the totem? We're done! Huzzah! +3 global resolve. Very, very handy. Let's get a fox making some porridge. I may have him making water skins at some point, but that's not right now. We will get some lizards feeding grain to ranch animals. And that's gonna be pretty darn sweet. I can turn off the consumption restriction on roots again. Yeah, that looks good. TikTok is done. I definitely could use the impatience reduction from that, so no reason not to click it. See what we get. I mean, Cellar does give us access to pickled goods and jerky, both of which we would like. It is, you know, terrible pickled goods, but that does exist. Wine's good for both the foxes and the beavers. We can make mushroom wine with our greenhouse. A lot of good things to say about that. The tool shop would also be pretty strong, make very efficient tools, open up a couple of these really strong caches. There's definitely arguments for both of these. I feel like the cellar is going to be more mission critical, though. I think what I really need to do is get complex food a-rollin'. And no better way to do that than getting a building that gives me complex food. Actually, yeah, we probably want to make bug jerky primarily. And keep 30 around, and everybody eats pickled goods, so we may as well keep a ton of those around. Put another person in the tea house, because now we need to make water skins out of it. Can finally start using water. We'll get some blight rot cysts. And that should be pretty okay. I can't do anything with these tools right now, but if I sold them to make progress on the trade route, I would go below the magic number. No, I wouldn't. I'm a liar. Let's do this. It's fine. I'll have 15 for a Glade event if I really, really need it. Zorga's leaving. Okay. I think we're just fine with that. How are we looking on rocks? We've got plenty. I think it's not a terrible idea to pave some roads. Get people to and from the warehouse and the hearth faster. Same thing over here. Don't want the farmers to have to walk slowly along non-paved roads to get their jobs done. Yeah, the warehouse would also be nice if we could just build that at some point. But right now, everybody's doing really important stuff. Trapper's camp's out of meat. Great. Wanted to take care of these anyway. Do have some idle farm workers. Guess I could have these guys help build for a bit. It will not take all storm to plow this completely. Right now I could use the builders. Although, like, I'm gonna have to cut wood cutting soon, so I'll have like 6 builders, more builders anyway. But whatever. It's fine. Has the planks been picked up here yet? They have. Good. Tear that down for a little bit of wood. Very little. Okay. Storm is here. Definitely gonna have to rejigger hostility a bit. Yeah. we're not living on level 3 hostility, but we can be okay on 2, which is nice to see. Cool. You guys get back to there, and then we sit on 2 builders? I guess. It's okay. Boy, 1 single field of reeds, huh? It almost feels not worth the parts, but turns out I'm going to give it the parts. Okay, that one will actually take me below 15, and I don't want that. Why don't you guys start chopping over here? I'd like to get towards the glade, because I have plans to pop it. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all! We do have a lot of planks. I could send somebody over here and start making, building materials. What's this? I never let you make leather out of anything. Yes, you can make it out of meat. That is, that's highly fine. Keeping 20 porridge around is fine. It's probably overkill, but I'm sure we'll get some more foxes at some point. And I guess that's it. I guess we fast forward through the storm a bit. Would love to get some of these things done, but it's not going well. Oh man, with everybody in the tea house, I could actually make the foxes like super duper happy for a long time. It's only 2 people, so that's not much of a resolve game, but it is something. Plus using more water means I get the blight rot cyst faster, complete cyst cultivation a little earlier. There's more things to say about that than I thought there'd be. Survivor bonding's fine. Literally never bad. It's the tiny house of against the storm. Yeah. Seems okay. Certainly not gonna turn it down. I don't think 10 amber is worth +1 global resolve. How could it possibly be? I could favor the lizards. I'm gonna favor the lizards. Now, 12 people being super happy does get us an appreciable amount of reputation. I like that. Either one's fine. I don't care. Might be able to use an extra fox or 2, but like, it's not critical. I'll just get this for diversity. I'm okay with it. Need another lizard house now. We got 12 of them. Dun, dun, dun. Man, Lox, you swapping to what's most needed is very diligent of you. I appreciate it. We need a ton of eggs to get that up to a 8. To a thing that is worth 8. We are making eggs. I don't know. It's probably okay. I should probably pipe this up, except that I don't have any pipes, so that makes it hard. Maybe the trader will arrive and give me stuff I need for it. What are we doing here? Low on bricks. Oh yeah, we don't have anybody working on bricks, do we? Yeah. That's a thing I should solve, huh? Let's get somebody in the warehouse as well. Yep, there we go. The Fishman Cave. Oh no. This is why I kept tools around, although I can use rocks. This just means more trips to and from the warehouse, which is like, fine. Sure. Get the foxes on it. Hit them with rocks until they leave. Speaking of rocks, ton of rocks over here. That's good to see. Some people as well. I might just chuck bugs at them and tell them to go back to the Citadel. I think that's fine, and a pretty nice patch of fertile ground over here. This one will ultimately be more efficient just because it's closer very slightly to the warehouse and the hearth once it gets built, which I'm sure will happen someday. And yeah, a lot good to say about that. I'll need extra people to work on the totems as they pop up, but for right now, I guess we're cruising. I'll need cracks of crops made as well. I may as well queue up 15 of those. Just shove grain into it, it's fine. Tons of drizzle geysers, I have to point out, and nothing, not a trace of the other water. Which is like, okay, we can certainly make use of drizzle water. We've got a ton of uses for it. And it's one of the best when you're looking to get complex food rolling. So I'm not too upset. You can stop being in the warehouse. We'll need somebody on the fisherman totem. Gotta clear that out. I'll need somebody else to work on a second totem, but after that, we should be okay. I don't have any sea mirror to speed that up, do I? No. Fair. Very fair. Hey, the road's almost done here. Good. Probably just pull a stonecutter the next time I see a fisherman totem pop up. This feels like a good idea. Okay. Hey, reputation point. Yes, please. Huh. Curious. Like, there's some good stuff here, for sure. Ancient Ways doubling gathering is always nice. The guild house makes trading, like, a victory condition. Tavern is just, like, nice. It's nice to have. +3 global resolve. It's also a way to get luxuries, which I can pretty easily do. Scribe, also kind of tempting. 3-star scrolls, 2-star ale. And it opens up the ability to make tools. It makes them very badly, but it does make them, and making them is better than not making them, ultimately. The scrolls open up a lot of Glade event solutions as well. Haven't sold enough to get any global resolve from the guild house yet. It's a tough choice. I think it's either Tavern or Scribe. I like the Tavern to fulfill the luxury need, and the +3 global resolve will be handy. Scribe, however, is very potent. It gets me 3 things I could definitely use. I would rather have a slightly more dedicated building for tools. The tool shop or the tinkerer would be ideal, but just having the option to make them does open up, like, you know, 2 entire reputation points to me. And I do want to finish fast. Scribe does kind of enable, like, winning a little faster. The Tavern is a much more long-term play, where I'm like, okay, I'm planning to have this go so long that I plan to have services going and extra people to man the Tavern. Yeah, alright. I'll go for the short-term play. See if we can't win faster. Maybe it'll work. You never know. There's that need for the stonecutter, so let's get you out of there, put you on the totem. I'm just gonna apparently click on that beaver incorrectly every time, but it's fine. Lizards are very upset because the forest is now extremely hostile. It's fair. I can do precisely nothing about it, but, you know, I guess I'll acknowledge the problem. Just like a real politician. I'll acknowledge the problem and do nothing to solve it. I'm truly a viceroy, aren't I? You guys are still turning all of our grain into wheat and meat and stuff. Yeah, it's good. Got plenty of water skins. Yeah, I just kind of am waiting for the cellar to exist. We're gonna pipe the crap out of that thing for sure. Gonna need to make a ton of pickled goods. Again, the politics humor. That one was generic. It wasn't even like taking a side kind of jab. That was practically boring in terms of jokes. Can I get an 8 value thing here? Kinda. That's a lot of rocks, but I do have a lot of them. And I do want to get that order done. Yeah. Fair enough. The packs of crops are also for an order, but doing that trade route would definitely go a long way towards finishing profitable trade. Yeah, alright. Slow down in order to get another order done. I swear it will make sense. Hey, the hearth is done. Wonderful. I may as well drag this unbuilt shelter up here. We have 12 permanent residents over here. We only need 14, so I could basically just move every shelter up here now. Every shelter but one, and that'd be ideal. Yeah. So I'll do that. See if we can't upgrade this hearth too. Another totem. Yeah. People get finished with the totems about the time another one appears, so I can just... That event takes 4 people to complete, more or less, but it's fine. That's for comfort. That should upgrade the hearth. Just need a firekeeper up there, so I'm basically just waiting for one of our 5 scouts to be finally done with what they're doing. Which unfortunately is gonna take a while. But oh well. I guess if you two are idle, like completely, we'll just throw you in the cellar and get you making complex goods. Or complex food. And complex goods. Forest fascination, we're really not doing anything with copper this game, so that's a lot less tempting. The +3 to global resolve is amazing, though. I think agriculture basically completes itself. Advanced district also kind of completes itself. I kind of like both of them. I would be okay clicking on any of these. Alright, how many fields do we have? 11 there, we've got 15 there. So if I just turn one of these into a farm, we're good. Yeah. That solves that one. Do I want more grain or better plank production? This one is a lot easier to do, a lot less resource intensive too, gets us some pretty precious metal we could turn into tools and tea and stuff. It's pretty good. This one is also doable, but like, I feel like it's a completely unnecessary risk. Let's just go for Advanced District. I think it's okay. It'll do. Put you on the hearth. You're basically done there. Another totem has popped up. Hooray. Got a fox on that now. Put you in there. definitely need pipes built. I should probably just build them in the workshop, pull the band-aid off, just assume I'm never going to get a good pipe production building. Is the trader arriving soon? Not until next year, unfortunately. So I cannot buy pipes from Farlef. Sadness. We have developed a blight rot cyst. So now is almost certainly the time I should consider getting a blight post down before we all die from blight. Let's move the woodcutter down here. Be good. That's all good. Definitely could use more builders again, but what else is new? Going into the storm with some pretty hefty hostility, not gonna lie. But that's mostly from the fisherman totems, and all of our woodcutters will probably be okay. Probably. Hey, reputation? You should have. Kiln's pretty sweet. Clothier would help the beavers. Manufactory would be fine. I mean, the clothier is basically just +5 to beaver resolve if you spend a lot of fabric. Kiln's good, although we're gonna have a coal mine someday, I'm sure. Is this manufactory day? It might be. The pigment can make scrolls, the training gear can make brawling, and 2 of our people need brawling. Yeah. I see the value. Is this done yet? Almost. He's fetching the last of the money. Alright. There is no universe where Hostility 4 is sustainable. Yeah. Sure isn't, so let's just stop all woodcutting and call it a day. You collect these bugs now. Now we can finally make this road. I think having 8 builders will actually be kind of handy right now. Because we have a lot of building to catch up on. Hey, this finished too. Good, good, good. That should give us some breathing room for more woodcutters. Thank you for the tail also. Helps a lot. This is yet to be upgraded because the fences haven't been built. But again, having 8, now like 9 builders should get the town built up pretty quickly. May want to throw someone in the cellar here. Certainly not a bad idea. Get more complex food rolling in faster. Fox on the tea house would be okay. I do need porridge to be made and water skins to be sustainable. How are we doing with bricks? We're kind of fine-ish. Let's go in there and make some stuff. Might end up making crystallized dew at some point. We have plenty of insects. And theoretically we'll have plenty of rocks. Could start making tools in the scribe if we really need to, and maybe we will. I don't know yet. There's still a lot up in the air. Any good trade routes? Sort of. This does clear my trade routes with 8 amber. Could also sell parts, which I'm even more reluctant to do, especially since I plan on spending some on the blight post and the mine. Do I have any coming in? No. Well, 2. Just sell 3 of them. It's actually probably fine. There's a good chance this is fine. And I want the metal to turn into tools. Alright. That would not fly on Prestige 6, where everything costs twice as much, but it's fine on this level. Or not twice as much, 50% as much. That's basically the same. I'm sure the math works out to be within an order of magnitude. Meat specialization's fine. It might be late enough that I want the amber, but I don't know. Feels bad taking the amber. Old Farliff has arrived. Gain bricks when you make pottery is underwhelming. The pipes would be nice to have. I believe I'm making them in here still, though. Yeah, I've already made 2. Still, why make them inefficiently when I can just buy them? Yeah, that's fair. We'll get 6 pipes. That's enough for me to pipe up a building and 2 buildings once the pipes are delivered. That'll be fine. The tools would accelerate the game by a very large degree, so I'm kind of feeling like, what if I just spent all my money on it? It's a bit of a bold play, but it's almost certainly worth it. Get a little coal to make up the difference. Maybe something cheaper that isn't as, doesn't leave me with a uncomfortable amount of stuff. Get rid of that. 2 rocks. Yes, perfect. That's what we needed. Alright. I'll make that trade. We'll start sending this off to the Citadel for a nice big ol' full reputation points. I will be 7 tools short of opening another one. But maybe we can make it work. Either we'll build stuff in the scribe or we'll buy them from Farliff. Like, how many do you have left? You have 6. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'll get back to you when you're about to leave. We might get some free amber just from all the water we're using, and that'd be nice. Hey, there's those parts I sold. Sure, come on in. Cool. I put some decor down here, why not? A little bonfire down here. Put some benches so people can sit while they're making a stew. One of the travesties of this game is that there's no potatoes. How could you do that? Oh, I forgot to reinstate the woodcutters. Goodness, that's a terrible idea on my part. That's a very important thing to remember. I should probably try to remember that. We have pipes, so let's pipe this up fully. Like, extra fully. Maybe I'll even spend those extra pipes upgrading the geyser pump. Doesn't feel crazy. Just feels expensive. Plenty of people on the farm. You know, you can go help with the cash. I'd love to speed that up. Someone else in the workshop would be good. We can have someone foraging as well. And then somebody in the scribe making a tool, perhaps? I could use some more. It's not crazy. Can't really make scrolls. I could make ale, but it's just for... It's just for the beavers. They don't need it right now. Making infinity leather, I'm okay with selling that. Wood's a little tight. Didn't get as much counterfeit amber as I was hoping. I mean, we didn't get as much incredibly legitimate amber as I was hoping. A tool? I guess. It's good enough. Do I run a third woodcutter? I do have a lot of things I could be clearing out, but it also feels unnecessary right now. Feels a whole lot like that would be a superfluous building. So maybe I just don't. Maybe we just huddle for the moment and wait for our orders to finish, because they are going to finish somewhat soon. Yeah, we have all the lizard houses we need here. I'd love to move these shelters. Just put them here. I could put them there, but it's kind of ugly. I think I'd rather have them next to the hearth where I put all of my houses. Why? Entirely just for the aesthetics. I'll gladly play poorly for the sake of aesthetics. Gosh, we have just no bricks at all, huh? I'm a bit surprised. I guess it's all sitting in the warehouse. Or the dooryard. Whatever you call the place that makes it sit in the building it's being produced in. I don't need to do any of those. We're okay. Scrolls will be nice, but I think I'll wait for, the need to crop up before I start making them. Blight posts need planks. We're very low on planks just because I keep putting them into boxes and shipping them off. I could put fabric into boxes and ship that off too. It's not a bad plan. Using a lot of water, but that's kind of fine. Bricks finally got delivered. Let's just pipe up the drizzle geyser fully. Get back to a drizzle water surplus. It'll be lovely. Okay, stonecutters have run out of rocks. There's more down here, though. You can just get those rocks. Yeah, favor the lizard, get some reputation. Sure would love to get things rolling a little faster, but it's not quite how it's gonna function right now. Alright. Made some space for the houses. Let's get these guys up here. We'll clear out space for the mine. We'll get a ton of people working on coal. That'll help fuel our hearths, use our wood less. A lot of good stuff about that. How are y'all doing over here? Making plenty of pickled goods, I should hope. Yeah, we get pottery, you can use it, it's fine. Just do whatever. That's good. Run out of meat there now, my goodness. Can't keep meat on the table these days. Alright, reputation points, great. Cookhouse is fine. Press is fine. Supplier is fine. There's a lot of things that are just fine. Is this... It's not the press, is it? That'd be weird. Surely the cookhouse is better, but I don't have any flour, is the thing. Supplier makes better water skins and good flour. Press makes oil. That does make creating water skins a lot more efficient. So either building kind of makes water skins more efficient. It's kind of questionable which is better here. I don't need much flour. The only thing we'd make it for are biscuits and pie, and we'll need very few of them. So 1-star flour isn't terrible. Oil does solve a lot of problems. A couple of Glade events. Can start using it right away. Yeah. very weird I give press that much consideration, but I guess today I will. I guess today I just like the press. Unlike the Republicans, there's politics humor, that's the edgy stuff. Hey, Spice. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Yeah, we got the trade routes done. Happy to click that button. Get just a tiny fractional amount of impatience cleared off. We so desperately need to do. Get you in the warehouse. Put a lizard on the blight post because they like it. Actually, I don't want a lizard on the blight post because I need 3 cysts, and I can't have him burning those down until the order is done. Oh, that's weird. What a weird motivation I have now. Thanks, Lox. And yeah, you can join either as a town member or a forest guardian to help or hurt me. Either way, you could get killed, because a forest guardian will turn into a dangerous glade event, and I can chop through the forest to murder you, and thus stop your detriment. And if you're a villager, I'll try my best not to kill you, but you know, things happen. Aid for the Beaver Clan is done. Wonderful. No longer need the building material packs. That should save us a truckload of materials, so that's good. Just need to make packs of crops now. Yep. Tavern's back. The tool shop's real nice. Tavern's also real nice. Tool shop might be like a bit better. Just because we have some metal for it, and then we can get a reputation point off of this cache, and get more off of the caches we find in other glades. That is good. Although I am gaining reputation, so like, in theory I could slap down a tavern, make a bunch of people happy, get some wine rolling. I'd have to have 2 cellars rolling if I really wanted to keep wine in stock, but like, that's not impossible. Market would also be pretty nice just for the carrying capacity. It also allows luxuries, which might like be fine. That's actually pretty great. It's either good tools or the market. Which would help more? Like, I feel like the smithy will help more just because it gives me a more direct route towards winning. Where I just have to, like, you know, find a cache, open it. It's very unga bunga, straightforward. This is how you win. Ook ook. Seems okay. I'll go with that. The town sort of has a cooldown. If somebody dies, you have to wait a few minutes before somebody can take their spot. I know it's hard to see under the orders. Wish I could move that, but I can't. Or at least I haven't found any way to do that. But, yeah. Oop, Advanced District is done. A ton of metal. Some better plank production. Very, very good. Yeah. Guess that's fine. Feel like I'm a little bit all over the place with what my focus is, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll acquire some cysts pretty soon, I hope. Can I check that, actually? Gaining 120 a minute. It's like... brain. Yeah. 23 out of 32, then it makes some blight. 26 out of 32, then it makes some blight. Yeah. I mean, I've piped this up as much as I can, so like, I'm trying to speed into cyst cultivation. It's just taking a while. Hey, there's Lux. Hi, Lux. Heading to the warehouse, getting some grain, making our packs of crops for the order from the Queen. It's very diligent of you. can't seem to find pumpkin. Probably in a building right now then. Hey, cyst cultivation is done. Excellent. Super excellent. Get that going. We'll put a lizard on the hearth. The press could be okay. I'll probably have that rolling. We can make water skins out of oil instead of meat. It's much more efficient, and the oil has other very good uses. Pretty good with that. Put a beaver on it because they are happy in there. Same thing with the smithy. We've got plenty of metal just from random stuff, so let's have you build tools primarily. And if we run out of pipes, I'm pretty happy to make pipes. We could also make trade goods if we really wanted to. I don't feel the need, though. Oh, there's a tool shop. That's kind of rude to show up at that point. Let's upgrade the trapper's camp, though. We have an absurd amount of meat nodes that are 2-star, so, like, sure does feel like that'll come in handy. I think we're just, like, good, more or less, everywhere. Not particularly worried. Let's get you up here, and why aren't you making purging fire? Because I told you you couldn't. Okay. That's fair. That's a fair reason why. Well, I could favor the beavers, couldn't I? I mean, not during the storm, obviously, but eventually I would be able to. If we ever run out of crystallized dew, you can start making it. That'll be fine. Yeah. I don't think the cellar is going to keep up with our pickled goods needs, like, at all. I might have to make a second one. There's a good chance that'll be very helpful, so I guess I will. What's our last order? I haven't found any storm or clearance water, so I guess I'm going to be a trade baron and just do a bunch of trade routes. Seems okay. Any good cheap trade routes? Sort of. I wouldn't call them good or cheap, but they do exist. So I guess we'll do that. How are we doing on Hostility 5? We're actually okay, which is a surprise. Maybe not. Maybe we're not that okay. Let's clear that out. I don't want gluttonous to be a thing anyway. I'd rather not us eat twice as much food. Hey, there you are, Pumpkin. Woo! You're a farmer and a beaver. A very busy beaver. That's lovely. We're good here. Everything seems okay. Would love to chop into here so we have like a better route to the greenhouse. Also, I need to like allow them to make stuff in the greenhouse. That would help. They could actually do stuff there. Yeah. I see the appeal. I got plenty of bugs. If I really need more packs of provisions, I can make it there. Cellar over here's done. I think I will have them make mushroom wine here. Keep 60 of that around. Keep pickled goods around. We primarily want to make that. Use whatever we've got to make that. Get 2 people in there. Once we get some pipes through some means, we'll get that done. Cool. How are we doing on tools? I never put anybody in the smithy, so how we're doing on tools is that we don't have any. Which makes perfect sense. Didn't really need to give that a lot of thought, turns out. Turns out when you don't allow people in the building where you need to make tools from, they don't make tools. Who knew? This and other pro tips you get to learn here at Christie Gaming. That's done. We'll harvest from here. That'll be fine. I should look towards another hearth at some point, but, like, I think I'm gonna win before that happens. Sure does feel like it. I think we win on year 6, which is pretty good. I'm done with the crop packs. Good, good, good. No longer need to make any there. Free that up for use elsewhere. What do we got here? Hidden from the Queen. No impatience if villagers leave or die, but it grows 600% faster when year 9 starts. That one's fun. And terrible. Rich Glades is like, okay. I think I just want the money. I think, like, the fast way to win is to just buy tools, open up a dangerous glade, and win that way. Yeah. That feels like the play. So on that note, we'll put people back on there. We'll get all the woodcutters back to work. I can favor the beavers, and we can milk a bunch of reputation points from them and the foxes. And yeah. Just wait for some newcomers, wait for the trader, and figure out a way to win. It should be momentarily it should be done momentarily, really. Should be easy as pie. Except that we don't make pie, so I guess it's not as easy as that. Either one, honestly. Just, sure. You guys, sounds good. Cool. There was that mine I wanted to build oh so long ago. I guess I can queue that up. Very questionable if I will actually use it at this point, but we might. Can't possibly hurt. We have the extra tools for it. Why not? Definitely need to make more pickled goods. Definitely need more pipes. Yeah, just kind of waiting for loot box source to appear. Hey, ration for the Citadel is done. I don't think there's any reason not to click this button. Yeah. Yeah. There was a tiny reason not to click that button. We did go up a hostility level. I could just cut a woodcutter, though. And that'll keep the beavers to a point where they're giving me rep. And that seems good. That seems fantastic, even. So we'll do that. How are we doing on resolve per minute? 41. If we hold here, we'll win before drizzle ends. So that's good. I guess I'll just hit 3 and speed things up. Never mind. Alright, what did we find? We found a Forsaken Crypt. Mildly spicy to do, but probably okay. I do have us making wine. We have plenty of amber for this. Yeah. We'll just calm the spirits with it. How is our wine being produced over here? Not at all, because I set you to make pickled goods, which, while very important, we suddenly, our priorities suddenly shifted, so, we're gonna change that around a little. I could just keep favoring the beavers and, like, burn a little wood, but we have shockingly little wood. It's not great. Hey, the mine's done. Cool. Let's put some beavers in there. Get some coal. So we don't have to burn things we don't want to. Oh, I could favor the lizards and get reputation that way. Okay, yeah. That's a good way to win, too. I think I'll just win that way. I like winning. Winning's great. It's what I try to do every game. Do some cheap trade routes. Those are fine. Yep, here we go. 1 through reputation on year 6, which is pretty darn good. Generally, you want to finish before year 8 hits. It's pretty nice. Let's go buy some perks. Easy dub indeed. Very quick. Probably need more obsidian boxes. We'll click that button. Only forbidden glades, huh? Oh, that's fun. And terrifying. Wait, someone's at my house? I thought Lori left. I don't know any machine parts. Literally everything costs machine parts. Boo. The house is strangely... oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hi. Aunt Lori bursts into the room without knocking and slams a document on the table in front of you. I called in every favor I had to get this, pulled every possible string. You have no idea how much it costs to bribe a royal official. Aunt Lori has a grim expression on her face, and if the crown ever found out... This document certifies that you have experienced a sudden and serious breakdown in your health. Sign it, and you might walk out of this with your head still attached. Of course, they'll strip you of all your titles, and you'll never be allowed to lead a caravan again. But at least you'll live. You'll be free to stay in the smoldering city and pursue any other profession. Maybe join the guild, open a small inn, or start a family. Her gaze drifts off into the distance. Just sign here. I need to return this by noon. Oh man. Honestly, if they gave me an option to say okay, and that closes the Queen's Hand save file, I might take it just so I don't upset Lori. I get immersed in that kind of stuff. I don't want to upset Lori. But thou must, because from a gameplay mechanics standpoint, it would be very silly to do this. To just give you an out and be like, yeah, you can just quit in the middle of it. You don't get anything for it and you just wasted your time, but you can quit for story reasons. No, we have to say, I can't. What do you mean you can't? You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't throw it away, you hear me? I have to just leave? I can't say I'm sorry. I want to see this through to the end. You don't understand. You know, I have to see the queen or whatever. It's just like, nope, peace. Yep, we just peace out. She's gone. Okay. Man, in-game me is a dick. Okay. Oh boy. 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 Only Forbidden Glades, huh? Ooh. That's gonna be spicy. That's gonna be real spicy. Who do I bring in? I don't have specialty houses for anybody. Like, I guess it would be okay to bring in harpies? Oh god, I don't even get enough to bring in extra villagers. That sucks. I need to unlock embarkation points. You won't be catching the end of this trial. You want to see the queen firsthand. You don't know how sudden it is to meet her at the end. I must assume that, you know, I'll get the ending screen to say, hey, you did the settlement, and it'll be all like, yeah, I did the settlement, and then, you know, certainly if you're in chat, I'll probably be reminded, like, hey, I should probably be like, by the way, spoilers. You may want to click off the stream for a bit. That's a long ways away, and also really presumptuous of me to think that I'll just win on my first go. Like, kind of super duper presumptuous of me. Yeah. Anyway, starting with 9 people seems good. We're gonna be really light on food, but it's probably okay. Kind of tempted to turn it down to veteran. How many fewer machine parts is that? 4. I do need as many of those as I can. Because the thing is, like, only Forbidden Glades is really hard. Because I gotta have to open one of them. There's no way you can sustain yourself on just the first glade. That's madness. If I had all my upgrades, I would be taking a luxury delivery line like training gear. It's probably one of the best for this kind of thing, because that solves a lot of glade events. It opens up caches. There's a lot of good things to say about it. But I guess I'm just gonna be here and have forbidden glades on Viceroy level, which, like, fine. I've done harder. It's just scary. Gain 2 amber every time you sell goods worth 10 amber during drizzle. Huh. Okay. Unless RNGesus tosses me a god roll for the first glade, yeah. I mean, we might get fertile ground in the first glade. Nope. Sure didn't. I mean, we can sustain ourselves off of wood cutting to a point. It does drop meat. But yeah. It's gonna be a rough one. What do we got? Supplier's pretty tight. Not gonna lie. Opens up flour so we can start making biscuits. 2-star planks will be helpful in all of our construction. Opens up water skins for containers. That's a really nice first building. Definitely willing to click on that. Alchemist Hut is, like, nice, but definitely not needed when you get it from the trees. Press is, like, okay. Manufactory is okay. Training gear can solve a lot of glade events. That might be a solution to some of the forbidden glade events, and I do need to think about how I solve those immediately. So training gear can be a good solution. Pigment is good long term. I can see some things to be said about that. Tool shop's pretty good. Alchemist Hut might be good for the luxuries, yeah. There's a lot of... It's like... I might not be making the right decisions, but I'm making the decision that feels right. And that's all I can do. Rain Mill gives me access to scrolls and much better flour. I think this is Tool Shop, almost certainly, though. If tools also solve a lot of glade events, and I get metal from trees, I'm definitely gonna want some way of getting +1 to crystallized dew production, because this is not, like... It's not particularly sustainable to just chop down trees and get metal that way until you get a +1 to it, and thus double all of your earnings. But we have foundations. Let's just say that. Gotta put down a crude workstation. Can't make the supplier yet otherwise. And I guess that's that. Only thing left to do now is to cross my fingers and hope I get some really easy first orders. And by the way, you can't join the town or do anything until I unpause the game, but now I have, and so now you can join the town and sit on the Elders Council again. If you care to. Hey, there's Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Looks like you're building stuff, and you're a human. That's appropriate. You're a human in real life, right? I'll run under that assumption. I need to prioritize the woodcutter camps. What am I doing? How foolish of me to not. There we go. Humans there. Harpy's here. It's good. The lucky woman roll. Yeah, it looks like it. These are bad. 9 people is, like, fine to start out with. I don't think I need newcomers that much. Plus, without easy access to glades and fertile ground, I'm very worried about how sustainable I'll be with the population we have. Local taxes can produce a lot of money, but I would need to make ale, and I have no way of making ale, and that's going to be a very long ways away. Ick. Ick. Your persona is an amorphous blob of goo puppeteering a jack-o'-lantern as a head. We'll go with human for now. I don't think there's an analog of that in Against the Storm, so I guess you got as close as we're gonna get. Alright. What's our orders? Camps is certainly doable. Relics, kind of a coin flip as to whether we can actually do that or not. I mean, camps is something I can finish pretty easily. Just takes some slightly suboptimal play. Seems fine. Raising the stakes or delivery. Either way, I have to do a trade route. Might as well get the one that gets me the precious parts and better plank production. Seems okay. Blue metal happens by itself, which sure is tempting. Yep. Alright. We do have some things that can be done early if we work on it, so I guess that's good. I'm gonna need to make a harvester's camp for absolutely no reason, but, you know. Dumber things have been done in the name of the Queen. Slot the manufactory there. Yeah, I guess let's just sit back and wait for things to happen. The game. Fair enough. I guess the smart me should also put a trading post down, because we'll need it. I guess I'll be smart about that. Clear this out for shelters to be there. I will need somebody in the stonecutter's camp at some point. Because I will need to make some bricks to get this done. It's going to take some time. It's fine. Dum 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 dum. Alright, trade rate's going down. That's good. Put down our first shelter. I can't upgrade the hearth immediately, so I should probably queue up a park before it becomes critical that it happens. Slowly accumulate. Oh god, throat. We're very slowly accumulating dew. I'm gonna get some water so my throat doesn't die. One moment. Tap water. Delicious. You made all the planks we need. Go stone cut. That'll be fine. Blue metal's done. May as well bring them in. We don't have the houses for it, but why would that stop me? What an interesting choice. Like, ranch is pretty great. We already have 2-star water skins. The only thing that would be used for right now is ale, which is not particularly helpful. I mean, yeah. It does let us turn some resources that we can't otherwise eat into food, like plant fiber, for example. So there's definitely some value there that could keep us alive through some lean times. Harpy House would also keep the harpies around, and I am very worried about that. Like, I am exceptionally worried about the harpies just up and leaving. I don't know. I think the ranch is fine. If we really need Harpy Resolve, we can shove them in the supplier. They like it there. It's one of the reasons I was drawn towards that one anyway. Real shame I didn't get that nice delivery line I got last game. That would have helped out a lot. Oh well. Keep 10 fabric around too. We have plenty of it right now. Just need more wood. Someone else in the stonecutter camp too? Yeah. That seems like a fine plan. No, I don't actually want you making planks. If I'm going to make planks, I'm going to make planks in here with harpies, which means I shouldn't have put you on the stonecutter's camp, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that and pretend I did the right thing the first time. Thank you very much. Hey, and Lux joins the council. Thank you. Prayer will help out a lot. Okay, park's going down. That's good. Definitely a little scary about how little wood we have for all of the things we need doing. But I guess it's okay for the moment. Boy, the harpies are only at 6, huh? I was hoping 2 people in the supplier would net me a lot more resolve than that. Turns out it nets me 2. That's a little bit frightening. Things should improve once houses get built, though. Yeah. It's probably fine. Just need to build houses before everybody freaks out. Easy. Presumably. We have enough to make some bricks. Do I do that? Doesn't particularly feel like the time to do that. Maybe it's smart, though. Hard to tell. Low on fuel. Yeah, you don't say. I do have my harpies working on constant plank production that is kind of stealing a lot of the wood we need for other stuff. Like shelter. To protect against under an open sky. It's kind of bad, that. But we're fine. Favor the harpies, the humans won't leave. We're all good. Everything turned out fine. Vanishing water is interesting. Wonder if that'll come into play at all ever. Alright. Year 2. Had to step out for some time after I won the last one? Well, how dare you have a life beyond Twitch? That's illegal, isn't it? Either one. This would accelerate my camp's order a little bit, but make it harder for keep everybody around. I think I prefer the humans, to be honest. They're a lot less scared of the storm. Alright. We can't really do... Well, we can do stuff with the ranch. Maybe I should build it. I wonder what the next orders will be. Okay, I can't really make the harpies any happier than they are. I could lower hostility and milk a little reputation out of them. very little. But I'd have to cut a woodcutter. Don't feel like that's worth it. Yeah. I guess I plan to cut into this one, huh? I sure do. I sure hate that. I sure hate giving up a lot of initial food for questionable value here. I don't even know who my third race is. I have nothing, no info, none at all. Just a dwindling food supply and a overall feeling of being stressed. Hello, Zorg. You have brought me an amount of goods that is somewhat questionable. Do I need to buy food? It's a little scary to think I might need to buy food. Like, we're good for a while at least. We still haven't touched any of the meat. Shouldn't need to. Should I bust in here and see if I can't buy a solution to the Glade event? You don't have a lot of solution-based things, admittedly. Like, I could see the herbs and the oil solving something, but beyond that, you're not really doing much. It's very scary. Population influx or making connections. I already have a trade route thing I have to do, so I may as well click standing level. And the rewards are really good, so I'm okay with that. Harpy population. Have 10 harpies, have them happy. The alchemist hut is really sweet. Plus the parts are really sweet. Cellar also kind of doubles up. Like, I have 2 other orders where I need to do trade routes. This basically is just like, hey, you want to do the thing you're doing, but be even more efficient with it, which is very tempting. But then again, the free blueprint. It's a free blueprint. And getting the harpies that happy is theoretically doable. I mean, it's a free blueprint. I don't turn down free blueprints. Those are practically the most important thing you can get. Anyway, guess I'll put on my big boy pants and open up the glade. The parts make it a near auto pick for you, but that's P6 conditioning. Yeah, that helps a lot too. Like, if I have a problem with how I play, I think I overcompensate a little on getting too many parts, and I end up with like more than I needed to actually do what I need to do. And then that means I'm losing early value, because then I'm not using the parts as trade fodder as I probably should. It's a balancing act. I don't know how good I am at it either. You guys are clearing the woodcutting camp out. Fair. Really want that chopped down before Zorg leaves though, so if you could like do that. You hurt me here. Harpies, just so you're aware. You have hurt me. It's the Fishman Soothsayer. Hi, guys. What an interesting conundrum. Food, complex food, or clothing. I mean, I don't have any complex food, clothing, or services, so capturing him is free. I don't have the stone for this, but I can make training gear though. So maybe I stop tool production here. Yeah, just make 30 training gear. It's probably okay. Here, woodcutters, you have failed me for the last time. Now you're consigned to making training gear to save our lives. Go do it. Do it now. Maybe also make some packs of provisions while you're here, but the training gear comes first. Humans can go back to woodcutting. And maybe one less person than the supplier. We don't need this many planks. I'm absolutely overbuilding planks. Completely unneeded. But yeah, this is like shockingly doable, so that's good. I like not being absolutely screwed on my first Forbidden Glade. It's pretty helpful. Hey, camps is done. Click it. Seems fine. Definitely could use the blueprint. Sure. What do I get now? Bakery is awesome. Apothecary is also really nice. But the bakery does biscuits and pie, and I have harpies and humans. They both want biscuits and pie. I can't not take the bakery if everyone loves biscuits and pie. That's like illegal. So I'm gonna do the legal thing. Putting it here is actually kind of nice. Rejigger that a little, put it here so the entrance is a little closer to the warehouse. Just make it more efficient. Now all I need to do is figure out a way to have flour. 'Cause, mild problem, I didn't get any food from the glade. Everything's either too strong for me to collect, and there's no fertile ground. So that's a little scary. I also still didn't figure out who my third race is, which is kind of crazy, but I guess it is what it is. Alright, Harpies. Our lives depend on you. You won't fail me, though, right? Right? Be nice if one of you doubled up on production. That'd be pretty convenient. 5 times 3 is 15. That's enough for everybody. Should probably queue up another 2 though, because we're gonna need more housing at some point. And why delay it? Why delay it? Yes, beavers or lizard or foxes are really slacking off when it comes to existing. It's true. Alright, we've double upgraded the hearth. That's as far as I can go without any more upgrades. I can fit a hearth here too, so I'll probably want to chop trees that way. Prepare for second hearth. And now we just keep a watchful eye on the harpies. See if we get a ×2. Think. Nope. Not that time. How about you? Are you going to save me a bunch of planks and rocks? No. No, you're not. It's okay. I forgive you. Now, if you double up, it's kind of insulting, but I won't execute you. Okay. You didn't. Okay. We're okay then. Low on food. We sure are. We don't need bricks for anything. We just need planks. You don't have to be here then. You help him collect food. That's gonna be essential. That whole eating thing. I'm told my people need to eat. Ooh, there's some wildfire essence in there. Sort of tempting. Grain in there is also sort of tempting. Could mill that into flour, make some pies, get some ancient tablets. That would provide us with some pretty nice, Oh, this is all delivered already. Holy cow, that was fast. Alright. Yeah, guys, go capture the soothsayer. And I do need to make some packs of provisions. Maybe I shouldn't have halted all of them. Mayhap that was a wee bit, premature. But it's fine, probably. Yeah, this is very tempting to break open just for the food and the money. If I have a weakness to my play, it is that I'm probably way too reluctant to break open caches. I tend to only save them for reputation points and not get, you know, potentially the very important benefits I need early on. These things can happen. Just gonna hover over this and remind myself that yes, indeed, we have no complex food, clothing, or services rolling, so we don't have to worry about anybody having a case of sudden death syndrome. Really rough syndrome, that one. It'll be done in plenty of time. And the storm is here. Everyone's housed, so I don't have to worry about under an open sky, but I do have to worry about it being hostility too. Yeah. Fair enough. You have made the provision packs. Why don't we have any trade routes? Because we have nothing to trade. That would do it, wouldn't it? Fair enough. Okay. I do want tools made. It's reasonable to do that. Alright. Maybe we'll bump this up to 9. No, I really shouldn't be spending my food on provision packs I don't really need. Yeah, that feels incorrect. Feels very incorrect. Still. We'll get a ton of money. We may be able to buy some food from the next trader that shows up. The meat will probably sustain us for a while as well. Population is low enough that I'm not too worried about starvation. Just like, I wish there was just a food in general tab, but there's not. Oh well. Actually, is there? I never actually really looked. Yeah, I don't see any buttons. Okay. It's kind of funny how, like, confidently I pronounced that it didn't exist without having ever looked for it. But if I want to pretend I know something despite having absolutely no idea about it, that's my right as an American, damn it. America. I think I just fast forward. We're just okay. Things are spooky, but we're okay. Alright, brand new thing. I gotta admit, I don't know how many glades we're gonna be opening, boyo. Hidden reward is also very questionable. Like, how many completed glade events am I gonna, like, do? Oh, it's just glade events. So that counts as caches, too. Maybe that's a little better than I thought. Did they change that? I thought it was only dangerous/forbidden glade events. Maybe better than I expected. Having more money right now would certainly be nice. This might give me some like orders that I need. And it also gives me money at the end of the day too. Kind of lean that way. Yeah, alright. Beavers! Turns out it was beavers. Cool. Apparently we're just gonna make infinity biscuits. Cool. You know, if we ever have the ability to. Well, we now have some flour. Can turn that into grain at least. And we'll turn that and anything that can be turned into biscuits into biscuits. Yeah. Please don't eat anything that can turn into biscuits before it's turned into biscuits. I guess I sell some reeds. Kinda have to. Oh boy. This game is a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just crack this open? Do I really need it? I might need it, is the scary part. Four entire tools to my name. Could pipe up the supplier. I need some better orders. And some help. I mean, this will get me a reputation point and a bunch of money. That's gonna be a huge boost, but I'm unsure if it will save me. Because right now, I feel like I'm on a bit of a spiral of losing. Because things are going slow. And not very, well. Food situation is very spook. You have made some flour. Cool. Please make some biscuits out of whatever the heck we have. Clothier is really good. Literally everybody wears coats. So, that would be, very strong. If I had any fertile ground, clay pit would also be an option. Infinity clay and reeds can turn into a lot. Can turn into a lot of really good stuff. I think the clothier is the play though. Giving everybody +5 resolve at the cost of some fabric sure does seem good to me. Plus the harpies like being in there, so there's just a lot of good reasons to do it. You go make fabric. Low on food. Unsurprising. Distressing, but unsurprising. Break this open for food? Maybe. Sure is feeling like something I might want to do. Also feels like I want to break into here before Sother shows up. Oh. Ew. That's risky. That's really risky, though. That feels scary. I shouldn't want to do that. Something, can I afford not to? Something. Okay, you are actually just idle, so pull you out of there. Having you help build is fine. You got plenty of stuff that needs building. Put down another shelter for future-proofing. God, we're just constantly walking the razor's edge when it comes to having enough wood, aren't we? Oy. If anyone's gonna have the solution to a forbidden event on sale, it would be Sother. Yeah, not wrong. He does sell almost all of the luxury goods. Cross fingers then. And there went the Fishman Soothsayer. That was very nice, and I'm very glad I got the training gear building as one of my first picks. Man, it feels almost alien to like make a plan and have the plan work out. It's weird. No. Like, no. This is opening 5 Forbidden Glades in 10 minutes. I'm sorry. No. That would be content, that's for sure, but also dead. Lost in the Woods, maybe. There's not a lot of like events I'll be opening up. I'm gonna be reluctant to open up any of those. I mean, if the monastery is not that good either. This all sucks. I hate it. It sucks and I hate it. I guess I'll pick Lost in the Woods. No, stop. Stop giving me things that will kill me if I attempt them. Oh, why don't you just open 2 Forbidden Glades, one after the other real quick? No. I guess I'll be doing more trading stuff. I guess I need to, like, somehow do trading, which is one reason I lean towards Lost in the Woods, because export specialization would be a big help. And apparently I have to do trading this game. Ridiculous. I'll get you stone cutting. Still am sorely tempted to break this open. I'm not sure why I don't. Because I want to save it. I have tool production, and I want to turn those tools into reputation points rather than early advantages. Oh no. Oh no, not you. Oh, I hate you. It's the giant stormbird. Oh boy. Well, there's an empathy event I could do, but I would need food, and I don't have any food. And this glade has nothing but herbs I can't collect, which is terrifying. Feels a whole lot like I'm about to starve to death. No fertile ground either. Again, quite terrifying. Tons of coal, at least, I guess. Explorer's Lodge might do something, maybe. Taming, it's fun. And it does provide 5 eggs per minute. I mean, that's a way to solve the food issue. It's a very scary way. That's gonna feel awfully suicidal, though. Like, kind of super duper suicidal. Because that is an extra long storm with -8 resolve. Yeah. That sure is. But then again, I don't have any food for him, so like, what do I do? Apart from tame him. Could open up a cache. That won't get me enough food. That won't get me enough food either. And I kind of desperately need all of that food for us, because we're starving. God, this is terrible. Oh God. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'ma need to figure stuff out. Like, My only real, like, solution that's coming to me is stockpile coal and wood and just burn a crap load of it during the storm to reduce hostility levels and somehow survive that way. Which, gotta say, in terms of plans I'm stoked about, pretty far down the list. It is, unfortunately, at the top of the list of plans I have. Yeah, Sother doesn't sell food. He sure doesn't. Bigger Forager Camp is awfully nice, not gonna lie about that. That opens up basically all the herbs I'll ever need for the rest of the game, which, yeah, turn that into biscuits instead of roots. A lot of good things to say about that one, that's for sure. Probably worth buying straight up. Yeah. Little tempted to get the generous donation too, but it doesn't get me where I need to go. And right now, it's kind of important to get where I need to go. I need another hearth down just to reduce hostility, don't I? God. This is spooky. This is a spooky game. I don't have the bricks for this, so I'm gonna need somebody making bricks here. You are making bricks. You have 8 of them stockpiled. Great. Please deliver them. Oh boy. Yeah. I guess I just call it a day there. Still need to do trade goods at some point. Oh boy. You're done there. We're out of crystallized dew, so I guess you're done there too. Yep. You sure are. Think you became a harpy? Oh, you did. Look at that. I am unsure how that happened. But you're a craftsman. Or craftswoman? Something. You're something. Yeah, if I had a... You know, if I wasn't, like, a human, Harpy would be one of my second choices, I think. In fact, it would be. Because they're very scared of the storm, and that really speaks to how I feel right now. Alright. Y'all collect the herbs over here. Some tertiary berries will be pretty sweet too. Sother is leaving. Do I wish to buy anything from him? No fuel. No help with anything else. The coats actually could be good. If I give everybody a +5 resolve during the storm, that could bail me out of the massive resolve penalty we're gonna have as soon as the storm hits. It's an idea. This is why I have it paused before the trader leaves, because I do need to always feel like I need to give it due consideration before they go. It's only 6 money for 50 coats. That's... Honestly, that's worth it all by itself, even if I wasn't worried about resolve. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Oh, that distant storm bird cawing. So nerve-wracking. Alright, we're getting some grain, we're getting some jerky. That should sustain us for a while. Can sell the ancient tablets. still low on fuel, which is... I'm unsure where all of our fuel is going. Just slow woodcutters, I guess. Could very easily be why. I guess just put the hearth here, it's fine. Have it face the other one, since I don't know where any fertile ground is. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. It's very frightening. It's very frightening indeed. Definitely want a harpy in the supplier soon. Probably you. We don't need cloth right now. Yeah. We're good on that for a while. I made 2 stonecutter camps. Why did I make 2 stonecutter camps? Am I that forgetful? I mean, the answer, I guess, is apparently yes. But okay, I guess we tear that one down. Cool. Yeah. The harpy and the herbalist camp would certainly feel safe. Yeah. Yeah, Pumpkin, you're right. It's almost certainly just them not being close to the warehouse that's slowing everything down. Should probably pull them back in that case, huh? Maybe chop down some trees that are, like, vaguely close to the warehouse, instead of a billion years away from it. Imagine doing that. Craziness. Alright. Okay, how far can we get? Ugh, God. Well, 1, I guess, is the answer. Let's see how we're faring. Okay, we live at 1. We live at 2. Okay. Maybe this won't be as disastrous as I was worried it would be. Yeah. I think the coat... Oh, never mind. We didn't roll over into the storm. Right. It takes 5 seconds. Right. That thing. Well, I need as much wood as I can get. But if we cut all woodcutters, we're fine. I guess that's just kind of what I have to do then. It's definitely not ideal, but it works. So, you know, the plan that works is the one we're gonna go with. Can I do a double trade route over here? I can. That's probably worth. So's this. Okay, that'll get raising the stakes done. Needed to do that what feels like ages ago. Hey, Lux! Looks like you're one of our brave scouts. You're fine facing this one down, right? Giant bird that crackles with lightning and has caused a storm to descend upon the village. An eternal storm that will not go away until she's tamed. You're fine with that, right? I'm sure. Hey, okay, we got an impatience tick. That means I can put a woodcutter to work. Cool. At least it's not jury duty. Dum dum dum. Alright, I guess we're just like okay. Just, you know. Apart from the, you know, eternal storm. So, like, my crazy brain is telling me, what if we did this? What if we slowed down the event and just gave me more time before the year rolls over? Is that dumb? I do need to focus on completing things as fast as possible, and that is a way to do that. And, like, we're okay. I'm not saying we're, like, fantastic, but we're living. What if it was just kind of okay? What if I just gave myself 30 extra seconds? What if I pulled both the scouts off of it and only put people back just before the bad stuff went off? That's really, really dumb. But it is a way to cheese the timer. I shouldn't do that. I definitely shouldn't do that. Oh gosh. The more I think about it though, the more I want to. Which, I don't know if that's a problem with me or the game. I have the resolve to bring people in now too. Some tools, that'll actually let me open up a cache. So I think I'll do that. Pop this cache open, send that to the Citadel, call it a good day. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do a dumb. Please don't do a dumb, Chris. That's dumb. Please don't. But it's so much extra time, me. What if I did the stuff that allows me to do more stuff with all the extra time I've got? That's fine, right? What if that just ended up being okay? Oh no. Oh no. I'm convincing myself. Oh, that's silly. Oh gosh, okay. I guess we're gonna sit in an eternal storm for a bit. It's fine. You guys don't mind. As your viceroy, I've decided this is the correct course of action. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oops! I unassigned the scout. Oh, that's all whoopsies. Whoopsie doodles. I have 6+ games on the line. That's what I'm saying, man. If I can get this done faster, like, if I can get this done before year 4 pops up, like, that just gives me more time for maybe squeezing in another settlement. You never know. And this isn't gonna kill us. We won't starve to death. We won't run out of fuel. This is just giving us a little extra time during a absolutely terrifying storm. No biggie. You know, just causing the massive, terrifying bird to constantly bring the storm of the old ones upon our heads. No big deal. Hey, thanks for showing up, Lox. Hope you have a good night and sleep well. This is madness. Where is the faith? Huh? Where is the faith? We're gonna be fine. Almost certainly we'll be fine. I just have to make sure I send a scout there with plenty of time for them to start working on it before, you know, the time it takes for them to get from the hearth to the Stormbird nest is okay. And look at it, it's like time is frozen. It's like I said, hey, could you pause the stopwatch until I get more stuff done? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, okay. This is, of course, when I find out that, like, the developers saw this absurd cheese and were like, yeah, all the time that you spent in the storm is retroactive. And once the storm ends, it just fast forwards through the next couple of cycles. And then I'll be like, oh, good job. You just sat there being miserable for way longer than you ever wanted to. I could see them doing it, and it would be absolutely fair and a perfectly reasonable punishment for my giant hubris. But for now, it feels like I'm cheating the game, and I love it. Yeah, we're just sitting here, waiting for timers to tick by. I can't click on raising the stakes quite yet because that'll reduce 15 hostility. That means I'll have to pull a woodcutter. And that'd be bad. Wait a minute. 15. Oh, I actually have it then. Yeah, we'll be 2 shy. Okay. Why not? It's fine. It's not playing incredibly fast and loose or anything like that. Brewery? 2 people do like ale, and I could make some pickled goods for the beavers. It's certainly not the worst idea. I feel like I want fertile ground buildings even though we don't have one, but what if we do? Yeah, Drizzle Geyser and a greenhouse would really hit the spot. Bling bling. Oh god. Oh god, I have 55 amber? No, don't make that, like, doable. I don't want that to be doable. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, bonus production to pies and jerky will make the harpies really stoked. It's an absolute ton of parts. Like, a gobsmacking amount of parts, which is very valuable. Yeah, alright. You're coming in 2 minutes and 36. Actually, is the timer paused? No, the timer's not paused. So really, there's no reason to undo the storm yet, because I'm still waiting on Far Left's timer. So I guess we're just gonna sit here in the horrifying storm for a little more. It's no problem. It's no problem, and everybody's fine with it. Can I rebuild this? I mean, I can. Nothing stops me. Sure. Stonecutter's camp. Oh, we're out of stone. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but whatever. We have the stone. That's kind of the important part. Let's get somebody else in the herbalist camp. I guess you can do something. We need more fabric made. Guess you can go in here. In fact, I should probably put a harpy in there, making more clothing faster. Yeah, I see the benefit of that. We'll do that. Keep an eye on this. It's truly, truly heinous if this goes off, so I'm gonna play it a little bit safe. now and just start it. There we go. We live. Stormboard's done. We're gonna put it right here. He's our pet, guys. Isn't he cute? Look at that. What do we name him? I wish I could name him. I want to name him, like, Flappy or something. 'Cause he's cute. What a cutie. Furnace? Better bricks opens up the ability to make copper bars. Grain mills, kind of meh. Smokehouse is kind of meh. The furnace is probably the best one here. If just to get 2-star bricks, seems okay. Definitely was tempting to get the jerky production because of, you know, the harpies, but it's fine. Alright. We need to peel some people out of the mines and get them back to woodcutting. So we need space cleared out. And that's fine. One less person in the workstation, maybe? Maybe. We have the tools for this, so we don't want to make bricks in here anymore. Relinquish the clay and rock. And what do we got here? Work safety guide can go pretty crazy, but we're nowhere near set up enough to get education going. Like, not even remotely close. Dual carriage system makes everything very efficient. There's certainly nothing wrong with it. Yeah, alright. The one thing I do hate about the dual carriage system, though, is that they will stock empty shops, which I'm not a big fan of. So I have to make sure anything I'm not actively trying to produce is turned off. I do unpack supervisions here. And now we have an infinite source of eggs. 5 eggs a minute. Not exactly a crazy amount, but it's more than nothing. And now we just get a bunch of amber from Farlough. If that is indeed possible. You know what, person in the mine, I need you building. You can turn whatever meat we have into pie, that'd be fine. Cap that out at 60. Should have another person in the bakery, honestly. That feels smart. It's very hard to pull anybody off of anything, though. Sure does. Pull someone off fabric production? You probably don't need this many. Probably. Oh, Farlough. Hello. That's really good. Oh, I should not have done that voice. Okay. Well, this is important. Sell all my tablets? Seems good. Buy a few things just to even it out. Plank or two, maybe a brick or two. Or one, I guess. Don't have a lot of cheap stuff, do you, Farliff? It's fair. Can't fault you. Okay, well, that makes it perfectly even, so we have to do that. Obviously. Alright, bling bling, done. Boom. Booming economy, done. Boom. Ing economy. 22 for crystal growth. I will absolutely sell you some parts for that. That is too good to pass up. 416, yeah, 6, okay. Maybe not quite as terrible a deal as that. Yeah, sure. Cool. Oh, baby. That's gonna get us double the metal we are getting now. That's pretty sweet. Again, lacking a fertile ground building. I guess I haven't found any, so maybe I should be happy about that, but still. Apothecary opens up a lot of stuff. Having tea and incense available to be built can be very, very handy. Might be a good enough reason to click the button, yeah. Okay, I guess I do that. Alright, and I guess that's that. That certainly helped out, given that we got a whole ton of stuff done from that. Do you have any food on you, by the way? Not that I'm worried about food or anything, but I'm worried about food. Not really? Alright. I guess it's fine. I need to replace some woodcutters with beavers. Madness that they're not all beavers. You can be in the bakery. Sure would love if I had a drizzle geyser. Gosh. Do I want to pop this? We're in the clear. It's a good time. Oh no. Why am I so insistent on doing dumb? You don't need to play this risky. It's utterly needless. Why you do this? Because you can? Is that a good reason? It's not a good reason, Chris. No one thinks that's a good reason. Barely qualifies as a reason. Yet you're not undoing the demarcation though. You're gonna break into that glade. This is your last second to stop it, man. It's a bad idea. You fool. What do we got? The lightning high voltage. Oh, that's fun. Hostilities temporarily increased by 600. I love it. How fixable is this? Use the copious amounts of parts I just got. Buy some barrels. Fix it. +2 to toolsmithing is kind of crazy. Granted. Like, that'll... I mean, it literally doubles my tool production. That's really strong. It's like super strong. Is it as strong as getting 20 money and a Queen's Grace? Probably. It's also a lot cheaper. Like, a lot cheaper. I mean, Farliff has some oil, right? Yeah. 7 oil. Surely we can afford 7 oil. Aight, sure. I mean, this is a terrifying amount of hostility, possibly an unsustainable amount. But I won't know until I click the button, will I? Okay, well, it is definitely spooky. And I need this to finish before the storm hits, for sure, because Jesus Christ, I'm at 10 hostility. Ah. But other than that, we're fine. Gosh, that brickyard's really good, huh? I sure do want that. I sure do want that a lot. Guess I'll be making that. Thank you very much, Farlef. We appreciate you arriving. And hey, some more bugs we can catch. That'll keep us from starving for a little while longer. Won't keep us stocked in flour at all, but keep us from starving to death. And that's good. I like not starving to death, in general. Where's all the fertile ground and food on this map? My god. The egg delivery line is not going to sustain us for the rest of time. It'll come close, but it's not gonna. Oh boy. Another 5 stack of coal is kind of crazy too. That's really quite potent. It's a lot of coal. It's a lot of coal and it's a lot of rocks, both of which I could definitely use. Should get somebody in the coal mine. Someone yearns for the mines, right? At least fuel won't be a problem if nothing else. Yeah, really. I mean, I can't even upgrade this, so I can guilt-free tear it down and just build another one over here. Well, there's some people I could put in the mines. That sure seems like a good idea. Sure does. Oh, but I do need 10 harpies. I should definitely try to get that. Yeah. The beavers do in fact yearn for the mines. It's true. They love it there. Look, he's glowing blue and everything. Get you on the herbalist camp. That's good. This is one entire global resolve. Excuse me while I don't care that much about it. Let's see. There's really nowhere to get anything to turn into flour, is there? Yeah, it's a little rough, that. What's your problem? You are nearly capped on tools, but not. We have to wait for the woodcutters to bring in some more metal. I mean, I didn't expect you to be constantly busy making metal, but yeah. I was hoping we'd get to 24. And once we get some planks, we'll rebuild the brickyard. That'll be good. Got 4 giant caches. It takes so many tools. When's this getting done? 2 minutes? Oh good, you'll be done with 20 seconds to spare. Excellent. Gotta love the feeling of your lungs blackening from the coal. I assume the beavers have some kind of anatomy where coal dust is healthy for them or something. I'm gonna pretend that's the case because it's easier on my conscience. Do-do-do. Everyone's housed. Got 3 spare housing units, so we're not in any trouble there. A ton of bugs, no rocks. This is still not particularly sustainable, but like, if I just focus on getting crystallized dew trees chopped down, it might not have to be sustainable. I could just win that way. That sure does sound good to me. Maybe I should focus on that then. It'd be a little bit far out of the beaver's way to chop it down, but like, I feel like that's still the right play. I think we're past the point of fuel being too much of a concern, at least. Oh, yes. Stop making 2 tools, you fool. We're making 4 tools now. We're doubling our fuel. Don't be a fool. And make them inefficiently. Ah. Put down the ranch at some point too, huh? That'd be good. That'd be good and smart. I should do the good and smart thing. Oh, hey, we're at hostility 4 even without the lightning rod, huh? Oh. Well, a blood flower is going to stress our already extraordinarily stressed food reserves, isn't it? It sure will. Guess you guys get to go in the mine this storm. Have fun. Just remember, coughing up black dust builds character. Harvester's Camp has yet to ever be useful. It's kind of amazing. Okay. We have made enough tools, which means we're gonna pop open a cache. Send that off to the queen and have her be like, oh wow. Items? I'm definitely bribable. You like the garden in front of the hearth? Me too. I do this like almost every game just because it's, I don't know, it just feels appropriate. Like the smart, efficient thing to do is to put, you know, industry buildings in front of the warehouse so they don't have very far to walk. But like, it just feels correct to have a nice place for everybody to sit in front of the hearth. Gosh darn it. So I do that. Speaking of things I should be doing, I need to move some people out of their houses and into these shelters to upgrade the big shelter. There we go. Now we're all happier. That's a +1 to resolve I could have used a while ago. You're not doing anything, but honestly, that's fine. I kind of need you to make fabric constantly to keep up with the coats. I can sell barrels fairly easily. We are making them free with planks. The only thing I'm really looking for is just, like, value. This is, like, fine. Sell that to Rainport. It's fine. Little worried about selling my stone at this point, but I kind of would like to get the quest I'm trying to get done. Seems like an okay reason to do that. Yeah. Alright. call that good. Efficiency be damned, this Viceroy is about aesthetics. Heck yes. And yeah, we got Bling Bring done. It was very fun and not at all stressful. Hi. Yes? Yeah, I'll take infinite flour. I mean, it's very slow infinite flour, but it's infinite flour. That'll keep us at least semi-flush in biscuits, if we're lucky. We have plenty of planks. I should absolutely get somebody rebuilding the brickyard now. And yeah, I guess we just sit on our butts and wait for things to happen. Yeah, it's as close as the food is to being solved for now. Which is to say, not particularly, but it's good enough. Let's pull people out of the mines, get them back to work in the wood cutting. 'Cause that's more important. I should do the thing that's more important. Ooh, I could get resolve from humans and harpies, can't I? For like probably the next 5 seconds while our biscuits hold out. But we might get a few biscuits if we get some grain in. It could happen. It's not impossible. Okay, you're delivering the last bunch of packs of crops. That'll be nice to sell. Maybe we'll even sell them. Focus on farming. That is a cruel joke. I hate you. I would focus on farming if one of these glades had any fertile ground in it whatsoever. This is also insulting. Hey, harvesting and planting crops is faster. Isn't that great for all of the farming you're doing? Isn't that great for all the farming? God. It's a cruel joke. Still, it's a thing I can do, and I guess I should be grateful for that. What do we got here? I don't feel any particular need to produce oil. Guildhouse will probably net me some global resolve. I already have an explorer's lodge, so that sure does feel pointless. Bathhouse is kind of nice. Just the global production speed is really tasty. Regular baths rarely, like, factor into my resolve worries, but it's nice to have. It's a little hard. I mean, I can make tea, and I can't make wine. That should probably lean me towards the bathhouse, if nothing else. I guess I'll logic myself into the bathhouse. It does feel like the envoy has it out for me, doesn't it? It's fine. I've had worse games. That one's done. Wonderful. We're just making tons of tools. Oh, look at all that dew we've had. Yes, chopping out the crystallized dew trees definitely feels like it was the right idea. Like, if I can get enough of them made fast enough, I could just win this year. That feels wildly unlikely, but it's possible. It's not impossible. I would certainly love a quick trade route to get me extra money. I like money, and extra money fast is pretty sweet. Maybe this one too? Does that get me? It does push me over the threshold I need. I guess I have a tool to spare. Sure. Huh? Oh, I only have 2 active trade routes, right. Right, that thing. The thing that I'm used to having upgraded, but I don't. Right. You personally would have taken the guild house. The guild's welfare will improve everyone's resolve. Bath only affects your harpies. Yeah, I definitely thought of that, and you're all right. I mean, like, I kind of like the good health a lot. I felt like that kind of leaned me into it. Ooh, hi. Bigger pants certainly seem good. Did I just say certainly? I may have said certainly. I'm not sure. Let's just ignore that. That seems good. And so does the survival guide, to be honest. Yeah. I think I take those. Yeah, that seems okay. 9 of 14, 18 of 14. Could just slap down another shelter here and shove people into this area. We only need to put down a small shelter. It does fit here really perfectly. It's kind of great. Got some reputation. Excellent. That's rebuilt. That is a staggeringly long way for people to walk to make bricks, but I'm kind of okay with it. Maybe we'll make some crystallized do if we run out. You're still making tools. God, that +2 to tool production is paying off so much. Sir Renwald. I did just get another ancient tablet. And I feel like it would be responsible of me to buy as many biscuits as I can. Actually, check that. What if I bought as many tools as I can? What if actually I bought tools, opened up caches faster, and won that way? Instead of feeding people. I'm okay with that. My villagers may not be okay with that, but it's not up to them. Ooh. I can't really sneak in another trade route, unfortunately. That's fine. Think this will get me to... Yeah, that'll get me to the standing levels I need for making connections. And then we're practically done. We're not practically done. I still need quite a bit more reputation from other places. Renwald is leaving. Do I sell just the packs of crops for tools? Maybe even like a ton of the parts I'm not using? I am not using them, is the thing. I could kind of easily afford that. That feels terrible. It feels like that's a mistake to give up my very precious parts to speed up the game a little, but then again, it can speed up the game a little. I've done stupider things. Sure. I need 2 people to work on stuff that is not doing anything super duper important. Food's probably important. It's true, if I win fast enough, I won't need any parts. That's just correct thinking right there. Alright, so that's 2 caches being opened. We'll get another reputation point between the humans and the harpies soon-ish. We'll get the standing level done with making connections soon-ish. So we've practically won-ish. If you know, ignore the whole we've one thing. Because we haven't. Ah, the herbalist camp finally cleared that out, eh? I should have built a road over here a long time ago. I'm sorry, guys. I made you walk absurdly far. That was rude of me. Okay, I'm gonna make a little thing here. Here's today's notice board. Put down the stew pot over here. People can have a nice little sit down next to the park and the giant buzzing worm tongue nests. I can't think of anything more relaxing than that. I got me a harpy. Now, can I get to 22 resolve with them? Probably. I just need to favor them. How hard could that possibly be? Market, Tavern, Monastery. They're all pretty good. Tavern, maybe? I do, in theory, have a brewery. I just never bothered to build it. I was waiting for this area to be cleared out. Which it is, so maybe I've completely run out of excuses now. I'm probably gonna win before I need it, though, so that's good. Either way, I'll take the tavern. It's pretty good. It's pretty good and I like it. And we'll put it next to the cook pot. Oh, that sounds lovely. It's like a full-service place. It's just like, yeah, you come here for a beer, then you can sit outside next to the bench where you can eat some stew freshly cooked at the hearth. Love it. If I cut woodcutters, harpies would get up to 22 resolve all on their own without me having to favor them. But on the other hand, that would mean I'd have to cut woodcutters, and I don't want to do that. What a conundrum. Guess I'll just favor them. Boop. There we go. You can start delivering tools over here. We have plenty once these get delivered. Yeah, the bugs they're just part of the ambiance. Everybody loves looking over from their boiling, bubbling stew to see giant yellow worms wriggling around in big, lumpy piles that are covered in spikes. It's just calming. Alright, 1 minute and 20 to get the harpy to resolve. I think we're very easily there. That cache is being opened soon. That cache is being opened someday at some point. Glade event finished. That was the cache. Good. So just literally the other cache, and that's all I need. No, wait, I'm just gonna win from Harpy Resolve, aren't I? Oh, that's good. They're safe enough for trappers to nab with their bare hands, probably the safest critters of the forest. Yeah, not wrong. Okay. Hey, I got the alchemist hut. That was such an important blueprint to have. Rider of the Storm. Game finished before year 6. Boy, that's something I very rarely get. I 5,000% believe in my tactic of stalling the storm with the Stormbird. I think that got us a year 5 victory, which was awesome. No one can convince me that was a bad idea. Look at that. Look at that tiny little sliver of time that took. Ah, beautiful. Somber procession. Oh no. Your caravan stumbles a long, somber procession carrying a body encased in a block of amber. Another viceroy perished, attempting the trial to join the queen's hands. This is you! This is future you! It's fine, don't worry about it. Starting with 10 tools and 20 stone is actually a really big buff. I might go with that one. Let's see. I got 44 years before the storm. That's like 5 settlements pretty easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around here. At 4 a pop, that'll only get me 20. So I mean, like, yeah, just get the obsidian box, you idiot. It's basically the tactic there. Yeah. To the marshlands. Let's see. Starting ability, foxes show you the geysers. Helpful. Don't know how essential that is. Do I want to get a fundamental upgrade? Pay Amber to reroll blueprints. I never do that. I probably shouldn't do that if it's something I never do. Cornerstone pull increase will be a big deal. That will be a big deal. I will very much want that. Yeah. That's fair. I think clicking that is a smart plan. I need machinery. The ancient battlefield. God, I hate the ancient battlefield so much. I hate it so much. Somber procession, though. Start with tools and stone for the rest of the game. That is a big deal. It's in the marshlands, though, which I'll hate. I'll hate the marshlands, but I don't know. I don't know how on track I am here. Like, I've got more than half the seals I need. And I'm not even halfway through the storm. Well, I'm about halfway through. I mean, any reasonable person would say, yeah, you're close enough to halfway through the storm, or you could just say you're halfway through the storm. But still, it feels like I have some time. It's very strange. Do Forbidden Glades count against the procession? Yes. It says open no more than one dangerous or forbidden glade. And that's pretty doable, to be honest. I've done plenty of games like that, and I can just turn the difficulty down to Viceroy. Or Veteran, even. Oh, I can still do Veteran? Gosh. I feel like I've done so many things, and I should be further away from the Citadel than that. I can still turn it down to Veteran. I might do that. You wouldn't do it in the marshlands, if so? There is that consideration, for sure. It is very hard to be sustainable, but like on Veteran difficulty, how hard could it possibly be, right? Right? You wouldn't in the marshlands who love the giant nodes. I never seem to use those, weirdly enough. I'm always too scared to open up Forbidden Glades. And so by the time I open up one of the big nodes, I'm like, oh, the game's over. Because I wanted to be way too prepared to open up the Forbidden Glade. It's another one of those little things I should probably be better with in terms of my gameplay. But it's fine. I mean, I manage it. I'm okay. Anyway. 2 games back to back is more than enough for me. My throat hurts, it's late, my cat is going to come in and bite me if I don't feed her pretty soon, so I think I'm going to call it here. Zypher Zen is streaming. I haven't rated her in weeks, because she hasn't been streaming in weeks. So that seems like a good target. So I'll go send you off to her. She's fun. But yeah, this was really fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was really cool. I don't often get a lot of chat engagement because I'm a tiny YouTuber. Or VTuber. And a YouTuber. I'm both of them. Whatever. You know what I mean. I can word good, I swear. Thank you again. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, evening, or whatever it is. And I'll be back tomorrow for Warframe Wednesday, where I solo stuff I have no business soloing. And that should be fun. Until then, take care, and have a good one. Peace.